Hey folks, Dave back here in a very rainy Studio B. Unfortunately, it's a very rainy Studio B. And yeah, we're going to be looking at another game tonight here. The one I told you I was probably going to get. Let me just turn down my volume here. Sorry about that. You're hearing me on my monitor. I got the new, I think I told you, I got the new iPhone 13 because my other one was going to be disconnected. I think I told you that story on Digital to Dice that they would not. They said in November that this particular phone I had, the old SE, was going to be discontinued. So they said that's why we're having a good deal on the iPhone 13. So I picked it up. I did get a good deal. I'm not going to lie. I was like, wow, I can't believe they didn't give it to me, but they cut it way down. I think I got it for a third of the price. So I was like, okay, I got a nice new phone. It's nice and big. I can monitor things. So I'm kind of all happy about that. So anyway, I did finally pick up Inside Blitz, as I told you I would. I'm really starting, not really starting to. I've always kind of liked the inside sports games once I learned how they play. Because at first I was like, I don't like any of this stuff here. But then as I played, it's like, okay, I get what they're doing, and I do like it now. So like second chances. Remember we talked second chances? We did. We talked second chances. All right, so let's get down to the field and show you what's going on here with this game. It's kind of funky how they do things here. This is another one of these older screens or older setups for games. So when I start the game, it's going to go full screen, and I have to get through the kickoff before I can do anything about it. So just follow along here. So I did put in a couple of helmets here because I love customizing my games, and I can't play without it. So I'm going to go to the FAC version of this game. Okay, and I got the 81s and the 85 seasons. I wish they would do more seasons, but we're going to have to do what we're going to do. So we're going to go to the Jets, and you can see I put in the Jets logo here. And now let's pick the home team, 85. So it's very similar to the hockey game in New England. So those are the two helmets I got. Now, I haven't put in any fields yet, which I guess you can do. So I will tackle the fields next. So I got the helmets in, and it's pretty simple to put in. You just got to figure out what sizes they are and put them in the right folder. And then select them on the team page, which I like. All right, I can see that I don't have the right sizes exactly, as these kind of look kind of yucky. But I do like how you can pick your quarterback, so I like to put Grogan in. So I was going to put Grogan in, and I'm going to go my game options. I'm going to turn off the sound tonight because the sound can get quite loud in these games. And everything else looks pretty good, and so we're going to flip the coin. Now you can see this is when it gets kind of weird. So the game disappears, and now it says New England receives a kickoff. Now I can see it goes full screen. Way up in the corner here. I'm not even if you can see it yet. But I got this kickoff screen. I'm going to drag this over here. But the game's at the full screen. And I purposely zoomed in a little bit. So it's going to be kind of weird right now. Because, see, I can't move that back screen until I do the kickoff. So I will fix this in 1 second. So let's do the kickoff here. So Pat Leahy's going to kick off. And it looks like it's a 5, 5, and a 3. So I go to 5 and a 5. And that's going to be a touchback. And then I said, okay. So now I can fix my screen now that I've done this. So now I can bring this in the middle. And I blew this up a little bit so you could see it a little bit better. Because it's one of these like Strat. It's very small. So I blew this up a little bit so we can see the field. Alrighty. So now I think that looks okay. I can probably come over here a little bit here. Space this out a little bit more. So what kind of happens? I think I have it all set up to call the plays automatically. I think I did. Did I do that? I don't know if I can change that here. View rules. Oh, no, that's going to call up the rules. I don't want the rules. Oh, you know something? I don't think I set this up properly. I don't think I set it up to call automatic. So let me back out. Okay, again, this is a first look video. It's a first look. So I'm going to go new game, full game. And the FACs, I like the FACs in this game. So let's go with the Jets at the Patriots again. And see if I can get it right this time. Because there's one thing I must have not clicked on. All right. And I'm going to put my quarterback in. It's going to be Steve Grogan. And let's try this one more time. Okay. No. Oh, it is automated. That's weird. That should have been working here. So let me just turn off the sound. I automated offense and defense. That's what I had set. And it wasn't coming up. That's kind of weird. All right, let me try it again. Again, it disappears. I get the Jets are going to win the kickoff this time. And so let's go. So the kick is a 4-1. A 4-1. The coverage is good. So a 4-1, it's a 60-yard kickoff. And a 4-1 Here's going to be a 17-yard return. Alrighty. So, it still didn't call up my play. That's kind of weird. I don't know what's going on here. Oh, I got to do the time. I think I got to do the time. Maybe that's where I screwed up. All right, so we're going to say that was 10 seconds. Okay, that's what I did wrong. See, that's what's great about first look videos is I can work my way through the problems. All right, so you can see my logo here is not that good. It's a little, I need to do a better job with the logo here, but it's a start. And you can get player pictures as well. Some people have those. I don't have those yet. So anyway. All right, so as you can see over here on the right, the play is automatically called because that's how I set up the game. Now, I could change that if I wanted to, I believe. But, again, I like to play these inside sports games because I like to kind of sit back and go for the ride and just broadcast because I'm a broadcaster, as you know. So, so I can view the FACs of what happened on the play. So I can figure it out here just by looking at it. So if I knew how to play the game, all this would make sense to me. But anyway, the call was an inside left. And it looks like it's going to be Johnny Hector, okay, is the guy that was called for the run. Formation is going to be a run formation for the Patriots. And the dice roll already happened, okay? So you don't get to roll the dice. It already happens. So I got a 2, a 5, and a 6. And I believe that I'm going to go 2 and a 5. And a 6 will come up over here and determine what happens on the play. So the run defense is a 5, which is very good. But the 6, he doesn't beat that. So I think he's going to get the better yardage. So 2 and a 5. So instead of a 0, he's going to get a 3. Yep, so it's a 3-yard gain. So I hit play. Johnny Hector runs for 3 yards. It's second down. And if he stays in bounds, which I believe he did, that's a 40-second run off the clock. All righty, so as you can see, the field updates. And I think you can put in custom fields, too. You got to make them, though, unless you find someone that made them for you already, but I didn't do that yet. So we got a 2nd and 7 on the 25, and we've played 50 seconds. As you can see, this does need an update. This needs to be bigger. This could be a heck of a lot bigger so you could read things a little bit bigger. I mean, a little bit better. I can see everything here, but again, on the stream, it's probably not going to look that good. And this is with me blowing up the screen a little bit, you know. So anyway. All right, so let's go next play. So the Jets now, Ken O'Brien's going a long pass against a zone defense. Again, this is all automatic here. I could, like I said, call your own plays if you want, but I'm going to let it play out. So we're going to go a 4-1. So a 4-1 is here. And that's going to be, I believe that's incomplete, is a blank space. Now, Fred Marion was the defensive key player because sometimes you have offensive key players and defensive key player. So his long pass is a 5, I believe that's how you read that. So he would have stepped up and made a play here because the blue is a 4. I believe. I'm going to state everything saying I believe. It's a first look, and I'm going on what I think it is. So it's a 4-1. I click on this, and the pass is incomplete. So I click on play. It's incomplete. I think incomplete passes are 10 seconds. Okay. So 10 seconds comes off the clock, and now it's going to be 3rd and 7. They're going to call a medium pass. So Ken O'Brien looking for a medium pass. Steve Nelson is the man here. So if M is medium, which I believe it is, it's a 2. No, a 5 is better than a 2, so that's good for the Jets. And a 6 and a 3. So that's going to be an R or an X. And if I go to my notes here, over here, on a pass, R is the receiver card, X is a possible completion. So 6-3, and I think I'm going to the left. So that's going to be a reception because a 5 beats this out here. So we're going to go to the better one. So I'm going to go 6-3. That should be a reception to Wesley Walker, and a 1-1 is going to be 15 yards, right? Yep, 15 yards if I did that correctly. And so Brian to Wesley Walker, 15 yards, first down at the 40-yard line here, and the Jets are moving. And that's going to be a completed pass. And let's see. First down, spike balls, 40 seconds. Completed passes is 40 seconds inbound. So that's how it's going here. So far, so good. I've watched some other people play this, so I had an idea what was going on. I do like the cards. I really, just like the hockey game, I do like the cards, how they're laid out. They're colorful. I know this is a PC version. But the football version is the same way. I mean, the cards and dice version is the same way. Sorry, it's late here today, and I've been cutting trees all day, as you can tell. I'm making a lot of mistakes tonight. All right, so this is going to be another medium pass. And Ken O'Brien is 1 for 2 for 15 yards. And it's going to be a blitz. Uh-oh, here comes the blitz. So we got a 6-2 with a 2. So on a medium pass, he will make the play. So I go 6-2, and that's going to be a pass rush. And he eluded the rush with a medium pass. And now I got to roll a 2-4. 2-4. And that's going to be a breaks loose for a long gain. Now, what do I do in a long gain here? Do I go here again on the long pass? 2-6. Is that 38 yards? Wowzers, it is. 38 yards. It's a first down, O'Brien to Kurt Son. And that's over here. And he's out of bounds. All right, so let's see. Incomplete passes, spike balls. 20 seconds for a spike ball, so it's out of bounds. Oh, I like how they put this here out of bounds. I wasn't sure if they went out of bounds. All right, so they roll here. It's going to be a quick pass this time, so Ken O'Brien is marching the Jets right down the field on these 85 Patriots. So it's going to be a quick pass this time. It's going to be a 6-2, and that's going to be incomplete right here on the blank screen. And there we go. Now, what's kind of neat is it does show you the drive results, which I really like to see. So there's my play-by-play, view statistics, drive summaries. So in the first quarter, my own 22. Oh, you know something? That was my last game. Oh, this is kind of not. It's not really doing a good job of that because that was the last game that I did. Drive summaries, New England. Yeah. Yeah, so this is still because I didn't clear out the game, so it's showing me the pass drive. Ooh, so I'm not liking this. When I went back into the game, because I played this a couple of times, so this is showing me. Yeah, this is showing me what happened in the last game too. So that's kind of concerning that the drive summaries again in the last game I fumbled right away in the Jets. So that's concerning. So maybe if I change the possession and that might refresh. So that is kind of concerning that the drives are not current in this game, but it's still showing me the last game. All right, so anyway, so that was an incomplete pass. And it's going to be 2nd and 10, so an incomplete pass is 10 seconds. All right, so now it's going to be another quick pass. O'Brien going back to pass, a 6-5. We got a pass rush here, and the quarterback is sacked, okay, for -6 yards. So I take it that this always wanted to try the board game and never seen it click for me, Robert. Yeah, I mean, there's a little bit more to this than the hockey game, I think, but then again, I know hockey better, so it makes more sense to me. These games are kind of fun here. I enjoy the inside sports games. They have their little quirks, though, that you got to work around, especially with the PC games. All right, so we have a possible penalty here. So a 32 is going to be this right here. It's going to be offensive holding. Now, it's a 2nd and 10. Yeah, so I'm going to back them up on offensive holding. So yeah, we're going to accept the penalty. All right, so I think penalties were 10 seconds. All right, so that should be a 2nd and 20 if we back them up. Let's view statistics. Let's view the box score. Anything happening here? No, did the drives fix yet? View play-by-play. 1st and 10. 1st and 10, so now it's 1st and 20. Oh, I'm sorry. Wait a second. We had a sack. Oh, wait, there was the sack. Then we had a penalty. All right, I'm getting this all confused. I don't know. I'm gonna just play a little bit more here and see how it goes. All right, so we're gonna go medium pass right now. So it's 2nd and 20 on the 32 of New England. The Jets on the opening drive of the game. Let's see. We played 2 minutes and 40 seconds. So we got a 1-1 with a 5. Now there's no key player here, and sometimes that happens. There's no key player. So we're gonna click on this. So I don't know what it's gonna be. So I guess there's no pass rush because there's nothing here. So we go with a better result in a 2-1 Ooh, another long gainer. Long gainer. So now it calls up the long pass chart, which is a 2-5. And what kind of messes me up is the dice rolls so fast in this game that you don't even notice it rolled because you don't see them shake. I wish they had the option of seeing them shake so you know that they're rolling, but they kind of like, as soon as you click on something, they instantly roll. So it speeds the game up, but it's a little confusing. Got to get used to that. Is that 85 yards? Yep, so it's going to be a touchdown. 32-yard pass, and that's a touchdown. And I'm going to click 1 point. I don't know why we're going for 2 back then. Kick 34 is good. All righty. So now I got to put in a pass completion here. And so it's 7-0. So now we go right to the kickoff. And he's going to kick this off. That's a 1-6, and the coverage is good. So I got a 1-6. So it's a 56-yard kickoff. And a 64 would be here, so I get 19 because the coverage was a good coverage. And a fumble, but it said it was covered by New England. So the return by Steven Starring is fumbled, but it looks like he gets it back. So New England will have the ball back, and they'll pick it up on their own 28-yard line. All right, now do my drive summaries change at all? Nope. Nope, it didn't. So, yeah, so that's one thing to note, that you might want to exit the game and then go back in. So I just quit the game here. I didn't quit the program, so I quit the game and did another game, and now it's getting the drive summaries all messed up. So that's one thing to know. It does have this little timing chart, which is neat, which it tells you what's going on as far as, the hurry up and the milk the clock. I love that milk the clock. But over here, if you just hover over it, it tells you what's going on here too, as far as what to put down here for times. Let's see. So a kickoff to the 9-yard line. This little box here tells you what happened. The kickoff is returned by Stein. The ball is fumbled, but it's recovered by New England, so they get it back. All right, so I think kickoff's a 0. Well, let's go to my timing here. Let's see what it say. Inside run, spike balls, offensive plays, timeouts, but field goals. I think I'm going to go 10 seconds on that. I think that should be a 10-second. Kickoff should be 10 seconds. All right, so now Tony Collins is going to go with the sweep left. And he's the running back here. So we got a 2-5. 2-5 is here. And now the defense, I'm not sure why there's 2 defensive players here, but there's 2 defensive players. But neither one can beat this 2. So I should get 4 yards on the carry, and I do. 4 yards. And there's a possible penalty here. So a 21 is going to be offensive holding. And so they'll back them up, and it's going to be 1st and 20 now for the Patriots, as it was a holding call. So seen a lot of penalties here early on. I'm still bummed out. I mean, I have all the statistics are here. Team stat comparison. Okay, which is good. But I like my drive summaries, and they're still showing the last game that I played, which is, see, so my own 28, which is fine. But this first one here, that's not correct. That's not correct. So it still had some of the last games stuck in memory, so to speak. Well, let's play on. Oh, yeah, so let's see, I'll just poke around here, show you what else is here. So we get the view of the ratings, if I want to view the ratings of the players here. Quarterbacks, runners. This is kind of neat, so you can see everybody's card. So technically, if you wanted to print these out, you could play cards on the table. I do that once in a while. So I'll print out some of the stuff here and just look at it. And if I ever want to play a quick cards and dice version, just to try it out, I might do that. Scoring summary, there's that touchdown pass, 32 yards. So that is correct. And it's 7-0 Jets. What else we got here? Team stat comparison. So we can take a look at what's going on in the game. I do like how you have the option of putting the helmets in. That makes it look nice. Offense. Let's look at the New England offense here. So they haven't done anything yet. The Jets offense. So this is what's happened here. O'Brien's 3 for 5, 85 yards, 1 touchdown on that nice drive. And, yep, that's about it. What else we have here? View the play-by-play. We already looked at the timing, the help. it brings up rules and a quick reference guide. So I need to go through the rules a little bit too. I looked at the quick reference guide, which is this right here. So it tells you, on the play-by-play, what's the run play. It kind of walks you through a run play here, and it walks you through a pass play. The game rules, I haven't gone through all the game rules yet, so I'll have to do that maybe tonight. I'll sit back and read some of those. But I did want to get a couple of minutes here of gameplay. All right, so we got an offensive penalty, and that's going to be 10 seconds. So here we go. So it's going to be a quick pass by Grogan. So a 6-5. That's going to be complete because, the quick pass here is a 4 is better than a 1. So the key player is Charles Jackson of the Jets. So a 6-5. Boom is right here. A 1-6, and that's going to be a medium gain. Is that right? Medium gain to Tony Collins. So now a 3-1 on the medium pass. I like how it flips all these cards automatically. That's really kind of good. So he'll get 11 yards on a 3-1. 11 yards on the catch, and that's completed pass. Oh, and another penalty. Are you kidding me? So it looks like it's on the offense. No, wait a sec here. The roll, there's no roll. Oh, is that a false start? Delay game, false. Is that what that means? Oh, so there goes. So another penalty here. Wow. Lots of penalties here so far. New England, that big gain was wiped out by a false start. So I think that's a 0 on the play because that's a false start. All right, so we're going to try running it this time, and maybe we won't get a penalty. Robert Weathers, 2-4. So he's going to get a short gain, it looks like. Yep, short gain. And 16 yards. I didn't bring up the short gain card. I'm not sure why it did that. So it must have rolled something. Must have rolled something here. Not sure. But that's a run, so I think that's an inbound run. So it'll be 40 seconds off the clock. So now we're going to go inside left on the run, the Craig James. And a 5-3 is a 4. And, okay, so Holloway's going to try to throw the block. So he's on the offensive player, and he does beat the 2. So that a 5-3 should be 4 yards rather than 0 yards. Yep. So 4 yards. And so now we're looking at a 2nd and 6 after all the penalties. I mean, the Wingles had a lot of snaps, so they had a lot of penalties. But they're still plowing forward here. So it's going to be a medium pass. Grogan back to pass. Harry Hamilton is the safety on the medium pass. So no, he doesn't get it because the 6 beats the 1. So I got a 1-4. The pass rush is eluded. The pass is complete to Stanley Steamer. Nice. And let's see, quick pass, short pass, medium pass, 54. Let's see what, I'm not understanding what happened here. But it's complete. I don't know how many yards that was. It didn't say. 3rd and 6. So what happened on the play-by-play? So it was incomplete? Is that what that said? Incomplete. Okay. So that was incomplete. I thought it said complete, but now it says incomplete. Okay. So incomplete pass is 10 seconds. So we're going to have a medium pass now. Again, this is a very first look at this game, so there's a lot of stuff I'm probably not understanding here and not finding. So there's all these kind of things on the card here too, a sack and a run and the whole bit that I think the game kind of rolls those automatically for you. Alrighty, so we got a 2-4, and the key man is Charles Jackson. That 6 is good for the offense. I think higher is good for the offense. And then if you're checking the offensive player, so meaning if you're checking defense, you want high. If you're checking offense, you want low, because you want to beat this if you're on offense, but you want this to beat the defense, if that makes sense. 2 and a 4. So R, what did we say R was on a medium pass? So on a pass, R was proceed to the receiver's card. Okay. So 2-4. The receiver's card, a 6-1 is a 16. And, it's a 16-yard gain. Okay. And no flag. What a surprise. So it's a first down, Grogan, to Steven Starring. And that's a 16-yard pass. And now let's check my drive summary here. So New England here. No, it's still. Wow. So, yeah, so this is messed up here. So I think when I started another game, I messed it up. So New England driving now. First and 10 on the opponent 40-yard line. Or not quite halfway through the first quarter. I'm not going to play a full game tonight. This is just kind of kicking us around. All right, so it's going to be a sweep right against a man defense. So it's going to be Craig James, 6'5", and a 5 is going to be, so the tight end, Derek Ramsey, just gets the block with the 5, so that should get me 6 yards on the play. So 6 yards, and now just for kicks, I wonder if I could change this here. It does look like I can change this. So I got a 2nd and 4. So I'm going to go short pass. Yep, I can change that, and I can even change the defense if I wanted to. So if you wanted to call plays, you could, which is nice to know. All right, so I go short pass. I go 3-4 against a 1, though. Ooh, that's going to be good for the defense. So a 3-4 is right here. And a quarterback is sacked because I got the pass rush rating. So I am sacked for 3 yards. So what is a sack? Doesn't say what a sack is here. False starts, penalties, 10 seconds is incomplete timeouts, change of possessions, 20 seconds, spike balls, 40 seconds. I'm going to say 30 seconds because I'm not sure what to call for a sack. All right, so I got a 3rd and 7, and they're going to run it this time. So they want to call an inside right on a run. So I'm just going to let the game pick it out here. So the 6 is good because it was a defensive player that called up. So the run defense, it beats that. So I got a 6-2. That's only going to be for 4 yards. All righty, so that's going to be 40 seconds off the clock. 4th down and 3, 33% chance for a field goal. So I'm on the 33. So that's a 50-yard field goal. In 1985, that might as well be 70 yards. So we're going to go for it here. So we're going to go for it. So we're going to go short pass. So Grogan, short pass, 4-3. And we eluded the rush. It's going to be a medium pass to Stanley Morgan. 4-3. Is that going to be 11 yards? Yes, it is, and there's a flag. Oh, it's on the defense, though. It's on the defense. I'll take it. So 62 on the defense is going to be defense dead ball foul on the 62. Personal foul. We'll accept the personal foul. So it's going to be a first down. Okay. At least the penalty's on them, right? Well, them meaning I'm Patriots. Or at least I'm driving as a Patriots. All righty. So it's a 1st and 10 now as the Patriots are driving. And again, it's bugging me that this drive summary is not working in this game. So that's something to keep in mind. So I'll after I get done here, I'll boot it up and try it again to see if it clears it up. All right, so we got a 1st and 10 on the 11. They're going to go medium pass here. Really, medium pass. 4-3. Oh, I needed to do that last play. That was a penalty. So it was 10 seconds. Okay, I'm sorry. So inside right. That was the last play. They called inside right. 1st and goal. 1st and 10 from the 11. So they can get a first down. Inside right, going to Tony Collins. A 4-3. That's going to. Excuse me. I think he's going to be 1 yard. Yep, because I got the 5 here, which the defense beats the 1. So it's the number on the right. So it's only 1 yard. So 1 yard here, and he stays in bounds. And it's going to be a short pass. Again, once you click on your time, it goes right to the next play, and it rolls the dice, and everything's all set up for you. It's kind of neat, but at the same time, I'd still like to see the dice roll. That was one of my issues when I first saw somebody playing this game. It's like, boy, I'd like to just let that let me roll the dice. I mean, not me, but just let me see it. Instead of clicking on the time and then boom, everything's all set up. I want some anticipation on that dice roll, and I'm not getting that satisfaction in this game. Not a game killer, but all right. So Charles Jackson, as Grogan's going short pass, so the 4 beats the 1, so that's good for the offense, I believe. And a 3-1 is question mark, and the pass is incomplete. So it looks like we They did some kind of a roll behind the scenes. So question mark. Possible interception. Check if the rating roll blue is equal less than the defender's interception rating, the ball's intercepted. So the 4 here is interceptions is 0, so he can't pick it off. Okay, so that's going to be incomplete. So we'll go to the play, incomplete. So it's going to be 3rd and 9 now from the 10, and incomplete passes. And we had a penalty on the play, and it's going to be offense, false start, another one. So 3rd and 14, they back him up. It's a false start. That play never happened. So we're going to go 0 on the penalty. A lot of penalties in this game. Can we see the penalty? 3 penalties on New England, 2 on the Jets. A lot of flags in this game. We're still early in the in the period here. Yep. Sorry about that. I gotta let somebody know that there's no hockey games tomorrow because of the rain. Sorry about this, folks. Duty called there for a second. Alrighty, so we're back here. So we're gonna go a quick pass. 3rd and 14. So Grogan's gonna go back to pass. 2-1. And we're going to get an R or an X. So I think we're going to get the R for the reception because there's no defensive check. And I think it's a lot like the hockey game, whereas in the hockey game, sometimes you have a check on a defender or an offender or your own team, and sometimes you don't. And I like that mix up there. I like how you don't always have a check. I do like that. 4 and a 1. So it looks like it's going to be 7 yards. So they're going to get down to the 7-yard line. So it's 4th and 7. And that's a completion. So I think we're going to kick the field goal at 92%. Yes, we're going to try the field goal. All right, so here comes a kick up. Tony Franklin comes in to kick us up. A 6-3 is good. Yep. So the field goal is good. So the Pats get on the board here after a nice long drive. And I think the field goals, we go 0 on the clock. So, again, we go to the kickoff, so I've got to drag that back over here. So it's a 1-4. Coverage is not good. So a 1-4 on the kickoff, so it's going to be a 60-yard kickoff. Johnny Hector gets it at the 5-yard line. I still don't know what these 3s are over here. I'm going to have to do some printing out here. As our Red Sox fan shows up here, I'm just playing some inside blitz. It's the first look here as I'm kicking the tires, so to speak. And a 5-6 is going to be, looks like it's going to be 27 yards. So good return by the Jets. Again, my drive summaries. This wouldn't work this time. I guess you have to complete the drive here. So I started on my own 22 and 14 yards, and I got a field goal. And the Jets drive summary, nope, still not showing up. So the drive summaries are messed up in this particular game. Can you input your own dice roll? I don't think so, but I'm going to try it for you. Okay, here's what I'm going to do. We're going to try it out here. All right, so on the kickoff, we'll say 10 seconds on the kickoff. Now, just for kicks, we're going to see if we can do this. We're going to see if we can game the system here. So I rolled a 3-3, so it's going to be a sweep right, and I rolled a 3-3-1. All right, I'm going to take out my own dice right here. I have dice right here, so I'll be fair about it, so I'm not making anything up. So I'm going to take out my dice right here. So I get red and black, by the way, but we'll call it red and white. All right, so let me roll the dice, and I'm going to input that here. All right, so I rolled a 5-3. So instead of a 3-3, I rolled a 5-3. Let's see if the game will let me do this. So a 5-3, and it's going to be a short game. So I was able to ignore the rolls here, if you notice that. So it's a 12-yard gain. Hector runs for 12 yards and a first down. That's 40 seconds off the clock. So I got a medium pass coming out. I'm going to roll my own dice again. All right. So instead of a 2-4, I have a 3-3. Now, I guess I would probably need to roll. No, actually, you know something? The only thing you couldn't do, though, I think the blue dice would be the problem, now that I think about it. So you can, that would, because that's the wild card, and that goes, so Roland James here, he's the 2, which is better than the 1, so he would make the play. So that I don't think I can control. So instead of 2-4, which would be an X, I rolled a 3-3. So it would be an X as well. So the pass is incomplete. So X is incomplete, right? X is a possible completion. Check the blue roll. If the roll is greater than, okay, so, well, that should have been a catch. A 3-3 is an X. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, okay. Ken O'Brien for the Jets drew that. Roland James, free safety. 2 is bigger than a 1. Yeah, so that's the issue here. So you can roll the red and the white, but the blue is ingrained into the system here. That is the key right there. So when I clicked on that X for a possible completion, the 2 here on the medium pass is greater than the 1, so the defender makes the play, if you follow that. If the offensive player was key, if he had a higher number than this, then he would make the play. So that's going to work. So, yeah, so it looks like you could do some limited dice rolling, but that blue die that's the kicker right there. So, anyway. So we're kind of stuck with that. So we're going to go on the play here. So the pass is incomplete, 10 seconds. All right, so it's 2nd and 10 on the 44. So they're going to go a short pass. And again, you can call your own plays here. And every time I do this, it's going to give me a fresh dice roll, which is kind of neat. So if you wanted to call it on your own plays, let's go long pass. You can go sweep left, whatever you want to do. All right, so let's keep it the sweep left. A 3-5 is going to be a 2. It's going to be either 2-yard gain or a -4. So can Don Blackman make the play? Yes, he does. So his run defense is a 5. It beats the 1. So that's what's kind of neat. So 3-5. So Blackman comes in and hits him behind the line, and Freeman McNeil is sent for a 4-yard loss, and is a penalty on the defense, because of course there is. Oh, and it's going to be defensive. No, it's going to be offside. It's going to be offside in New England. So we've had 6 penalties, and we've played 11 minutes. There's a lot of flags in this game. Again, this is my first one, but there's a lot of flags. I'm enjoying it, but again, my first experience here is a lot of flags. So, all right, so there's no play. So we go back to 2nd and 5 now on the 49. So it's going to be a medium pass. Ken O'Brien goes back to pass. We get a 3-5. So X, I think X, what did you say X was? X is a possible completion. So we need to check the die. So Lepet is a 3, and that's a 3. So I think he makes the play. So on a 3-5, on an X, it's a possible catch, but no, it's incomplete because Ronnie Lepet swats it away. So, okay, good. I like that. I'm liking the game. I am. There's a couple little quirks that I'm still working out, but so far I'm liking it. All right, so now so that was the play is incomplete, and 10 seconds on the incomplete pass. So Johnny Hector is going to get the run right now, inside left, in a 6-5. Can Larry McGrew make the play? Yes, Larry McGrew will make the play because 4 is he ties the 4. So a 6-5, so he's going to get knocked back for a 2-yard loss. So Larry McGrew, the right inside linebacker, coming in and makes the tackle behind the line. So the Jets are going backwards, and it's going to be 4th and 7. So that's going to be a run. And we are going to punt this. And, yes, we're going to kick this away. So let me pull the punt over so you can see it. So the kick is a 2-2. The coverage is a 4. So the coverage, I think as long as you match the number, you're good. So I think the coverage is good. So I get a 2-2, 27N, no return. All right, so it's punted to the 27-yard punt. Not a good punt. There's no return, and that's that. Okay. All righty, so now we're back here for New England, trailing 7-3. If we check our scoring summary, we had a 32-yard pass from Ken O'Brien. 7 plays, 78 yards on that drive. New England had a 25-yard field goal. That was a 14-play drive, chomped up 6 minutes and 30 seconds on the clock. That was a long drive. So New England's only second time with the ball. Pat's bad D-run that year. Okay, Jets got off a pass midlife. I don't remember. I know New England was they weren't bad. They were the wild card team, and that's the team that went all the way to play the Bears. But they were still Oh, Al can check this for me. 10-6 or 11-5. They were up there. They didn't win the division, but they were neck and neck in that division. All right, so we have so that was what a kickoff. Oh, that was no 10 seconds. We'll go 10 seconds on the punt. That was a punt. All right, Craig James is going to get the sweep right. And again, if you want to, you can view this right here. And I guess this shows you everything that's going on. So it shows you who gets the key on the play. So I don't know all about this right here, but if you're playing the cards, if you're playing the tabletop game, this stuff would be really important right here. So this would tell you, what's happening here and why. But you'd have to click this every time if you want to read that. All right, so we got Craig James is going to get the run here. So Klecko can't make the play because 6 is greater than 4. So again, if you're checking the defense, if you're on offense, you want a nice high number here. So Klecko can't make the play. So a 2 and a 5. So he'll get 8 yards on the carry. Correct, and he goes out of bounds. So an out of bounds run is 10 seconds on the play. Okay. 85 Pats had all the injuries. I'm not sure. Yeah, the other thing about the tabletop, though, is like this does a lot of the heavy lifting for you. It really does. But I could see how the tabletop would be fun. I thought about getting the hockey game tabletop because I have the PC version and I really, really like it. So I thought I would like this. I do like this, actually. I am liking this. So I got my new Patriots hat on. I got this last year at the flea market. I never went to the flea market this year. This was last year's hat. All right, so Craig James now is going to get the sweep left and a 1-5, and Lynn Dawson is going to make the block because he's got a 5 here, and that beats the 2, so that's good. So he'll get the bigger of the 2 yards. So who's going to get a short gain? 12 yards. I don't know how they come to that number. I don't know how they get the short gain. So there must be a short gain roll that they do here. I'm not sure. So there must be a short gain chart that they automatically roll on. I'll have to print out the instructions. You want to get inside the crease tabletop? I thought about it. I really did. But the computer does all the work for you. And I like how fast I can play the computer game. I really do, because it puts on the screen only what you need to see. And I think that is what this game is doing. In the cards and dice game, you got to filter out everything yourself. And I do like when I'm playing the hockey game, I can just focus on what I need to focus on. And so I give them credit for that. All right, so that's a 12-yard gain, and that'll be a first down. This is the flag on the play. And nope, that's going to be 40 seconds off the clock. So 2:10 to go here in the first. Don't know. You could call your own plays. Everybody's I see this always lets the game take. But yeah, well, again, I can come over here and I can call whatever play I want to call here. I mean, within reason. There's a few of them. Just they're basic generic stuff here. Yeah, I've been playing less cards because the computer stuff is simpler for me, and I'm in busy season right now, and so for me to set up cards and dice, sometimes I don't have the time for that. Like I'll get out of work and I'll come home, and it's just like I want to play something, and so it's easy for me just to go click than it is to set everything up on the table. You know what I mean? Like even that strat game the other night, I played cards and dice strat hockey. That took me a while to set all that up. Whereas the PC game, I'm up and running in 30 seconds. And I know it's not as intimate as the cards and dice, but that's kind of why I've been doing a lot of the PC stuff. It's just a little bit easier for me to play, and it's a little bit easier for me to stream. So that's what it is. It's just when I have the time, the cards and dice, it's better. It just is. It's better. But when you don't have the time, the computer games really come in handy here. All right, so Grogan's going to go back to pass on a medium pass. We got a 5-6. Lyle Clifton cannot make the play. So see a 5-6. Here comes the rush. He eludes the rush, but excuse me. The pass is incomplete. And I don't know how he got to that. 33. So somehow, some way, we avoided the rush, but the pass is incomplete. So I'll have to research because I like to figure that out. So I'll have to research. I'll have to print out the directions to look at that and say, okay, on a possible catch, what happened? So it looks like it rolls dice for you, almost like Strat or something. Will do a second roll for you. Yeah, like I said, I do have a ton of replays I'm working on, and it just sometimes it is, a cup of coffee in the morning, sit in front of the computer like late at night right here. I just get done. I've been binging the new Mighty Ducks on Disney, the Mighty Ducks series. It's hockey, so I've been watching, and I enjoyed that. And I want to play something new tonight, so that I got the code in for this tonight finally. I ordered this afternoon. I just got the code in a couple hours ago, so I set it up. I said, I want to give this a try. But just like I said, the cards and dice, I love it. It just, the setup is, at this time of year, is tough for me. All right, so we're going to go a short pass, Grogan, and Bennett. Ooh, Bennett's going to make the play here with the 2, so I got a 6-4, and that's going to be incomplete anyway. So incomplete. So we got a short pass coming up here. There's nobody to check, so it's just going to be a straight 5-3, and this is going to be incomplete as well. Doesn't say who's trying to throw to, though. 4th and 10. And at the 46, we're going to, 0% chance of a field goal. Where's our Red Sox fan when you need him? We're going to punt this away from my own 46. Yes. I do like it how it asks you what you want to do and then confirms it. Okay, so here comes the kick. It's a 45. The coverage is poor coverage, so a 45 on the kick. 4 and a 5. So it's going to be a 49-yard punt. And it's at the 5. I'm gonna return this. Can I return this? Uh-oh, what's going on here? Return. 1, 2. Oh boy. Poor coverage, but I still lose a yard on the return. All right, so the Jets got it now here with a minute 50 go in the first quarter. Again, this is our first look at Inside Blitz football. I'm still bugged about this drive summary thing. I like my stats. I do. It's not showing me the touchdown. And I had the Jets have a touchdown in this game. It's not showing me that. But again, I had played this and was testing it out, and then I went back in and played it again. So I think I need to exit the program and go back in. Maybe that would clear it up. But I do have all my stats, though, here. If I want to do my team stat comparison, this does come up, and it shows me what's going on in this game. So I still have this stuff here. All right, but I will have to follow up on that. All right, I'll just play out a couple more plays here, and then we'll call it a night. And I'll read the instructions, and we'll hopefully have some better streams this weekend on this. I am having some fun with this. So this is pretty good. All righty, so it's going to be 1st and 10, medium pass coming up. Oh, we got to first do the this right here. So I think that's 10 seconds on that. Do I still have all those Downey and other cards and dice games you put on those nice boxes a while back? Yeah, they're behind me on the shelf here. And I have a whole rack of manila folders set up over here. It looks like an office of all the other games that are the smaller play games. Yeah, but behind me on the shelf, I do have Final Score football, shootout hockey, ultra quick wrestling, stuff like that, regular season basketball. I created all boxes for the stuff that wouldn't fit in folders anymore, and they're behind me over there. So I do have all the Downey stuff. I haven't played a Downey game in a while. I can see I have MGD, multiple game disorder. I like to bounce around playing different games. I just find it fun. And then I bounce back to things and play. I'll pull out something and play it. I'll have a project come into mind and say, okay, let me pull out something and play it. I did like the wrestling. I had a fun little wrestling thing going on there. All right, so Ken O'Brien. Oh boy, 1st and 10 on the 4. It's going to be a short pass, a 6-6 right here, and the nose tackle can't make the play. So 6-6 is going to be an R or an X. So I think it's going to be check the receiver card. Oh, what's this X right here? 3-4. 1 yard? Oh, that means completion. I see. Okay. A possible completion. So that's going to be 1 yard on the catch. And 2nd and 9 on the 5. So I'm going to go right here. Let's complete a pass. All right. Minute to go in the quarter. So they're going to go inside left here. O'Brien hands off to Freeman McNeil. McNeil can't get the block from Marion Barber. So 1-1 is going to be a B. What is a B? Let's go back here to runs. Oh, breakaway. That's good. That's going to be good. So 1-1. Oh, no, it's not. It's 2 yards. Oh, no, he didn't make the block. That's right. If he made the block, I would have broke it away, so you get the smaller one. So he gains 2 yards. And a flag on the offense. That's going to be illegal motion. I think we're going to decline it and make it. Oh, where are we here? We're on the 5. So it's either going to be 3rd and 7 or 2nd and 11. I think I'll make it 3rd and 7. Let's decline the penalty. And we'll count the play. And now it's going to be 3rd and 7 on the 7. We got a short pass called. The left defensive end is not going to make the play because that's a 6. So that's good for the Jets. A 1-5 is complete because the X is a completion. If we go to passer, X is a possible completion. We checked the blue roll, and I think so that's going to be good for us. For the offense. And a 2-2 is going to be 8 yards. Oh, they get the first down. They needed 7, and they got 8. They got 8 on the play, and that'll bring us to the end of the quarter. So that is a little look at Inside Blitz football. Let me come back to Studio B and just say hi to everybody here. So, initial thoughts are good. I want to exit the game and go back in and see if they'll fix the drives on me because, like I said, I played 2 or 3 games, and it looks like the drive chart is stuck. Oh, my ass crooked. It's kind of what I expected. I've seen a couple of videos on this game here, so I'm not totally in the dark on it. It's a lot like the hockey game, which I do like. I wish I knew more about basketball because I would get the basketball game, but I really would have to. That would be a tough one for me to learn because I just don't know all the basketball lingo and all the players and the point guards. I don't know anything about that, But I think the basketball game would be fun. And the other thing is the basketball game, it doesn't do the auto substitution. The hockey game, it gives you the auto substitution. That's what makes it so great. But yeah, so Inside Blitz football from Inside Sports Games. It's not too bad. It's not too bad. I think I'm going to print out the instructions tonight and in the morning when I have my coffee, I'll read through it so I have an idea what goes on. But I got through the first quarter really without any issues. I watched a couple other videos on this, so it's not incredibly hard. There's a couple things I was a little stumped on, but the game kind of guides you through it. So, yeah. And Craig said, it'll take me a while to get. Yeah, like anything else, it's a brand new game. And I've played the demo a couple of times and had a hard time with it. But now that I know the thought process of the Inside Sports games, especially the hockey, I kind of get what they're doing here, So yeah, I do like this. And I'll go. First impressions were good. Let's see what happens when I play it some more this weekend here. But yeah, so that is that. So, all right, folks, I'm gonna jump out here. It's midnight. It's the witching hour here on the East Coast. Halloween is actually 1 day away. Yeah, Halloween's coming up. So it's October 30th already. Halloween here, and it's a big time of year. I'm right next to the witches, and everyone goes to Salem. It's just I don't even think they let you drive into Salem. They have to take the train in there because it's just so nutty. It really is at this time of year in Salem. So, hey, but thanks for tuning in. Again, the first impressions of Inside Blitz, and I'll have a second look as well. And I'm interested to see how long it's going to take me to play a game once I get going, because I can get the hockey game flowing pretty well. So I'm dying to see how quick I can play this game here. So anyway, I'm Dave. Thanks for everybody tuning in late night here on Friday. Hope you have a good night. Talk to everybody later. Bye-bye.